And so you have to make sure that you have your ducks in a row. Honestly, actually, what made me even go into business was being in music, because I'm like, wait a minute, how are we traveling all around? And I'm paying at my expense sometimes to go and travel, the wardrobe, the makeup, all the stuff that goes on there, and you have crowds of people. Oh my gosh, you sound so great, da 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 da, and not a dime, and so you have to make sure that you are covered. Like I said, like he said, because of the internet, because when I was doing it, the internet wasn't out there like that. You can get to a lot of people. It does take work. Anything that is worth having is going to take some time. If you even speak to the bigger rappers who have made it, they'll tell you the amount of time that they have put into this. Keep that stuff rolling out. Keep yourself in front of people. Be consistent when you're putting this stuff out. Because like you said, it's going to take at least 10 hits. And when I mean 10 hits, that means 10 posts or whatever, consistently in front of people, maybe even per day for one person. But you never know who that one person will be that can blow you up, that can be your evangelist. That's the same thing as if you're a regular entrepreneur. You have to be out there. You have to push things through. Like people will see, like when I had this show coming up, I had so many hits and I was on different platforms, putting it out there to say, look, this is our guest. This is who we're going to have out here. You'll see it even regularly with my own flyers when I don't have a guest out here saying, look, we're out here. This is what we're doing, and everything. And you'll have people for so many times that will listen and won't even reach out. But then all of a sudden you'll have all these people. I heard your show. It got to the point I was walking down the street. People were like, I heard your show. And I'm like, did you? And everything like that. So that's how it is even with your music. Man, I heard this young artist, this new artist, and the sound is this, and everything. And you'll have people just promoting you. So you definitely said some good things, and I knew you would, and I knew people would listen because you're in music. And if I try to say something about music, they're like, you're just a business person. But
no, actually, it goes hand in hand. I do want to say something about what you said with music and music and learning. It was almost like boot camp for you when you got into business, because the music industry is the hardest, toughest business and the most cutthroat business you're gonna go through. And for you to be able to utilize some of those things that you went through and brought it over to business, that's your perfect that's the perfect teacher. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Failure. And the things that you know not to do into this music business, now I know I can tweak it in this business here. It's all business at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Why you think the Jay-Z's and the Rick Rosses and the young Jeezys that had this street mentality of quote unquote street dudes drug dealing, they end up turning a lot of their things that they were doing on the street and just utilized and applied it in the music industry. And that's why it works for them. I wouldn't say it works for everybody, but it applied and they worked it because they mastered it. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do want to say is this, and this is another part of the business that I do want to tell people. Everybody not born to do music. Right. Everybody not born to sing. Everybody not born to rap. Everybody not born to do this. There's so many jobs in the entertainment business. If that's truly not your calling, you want to do it because your cousin is good at it, or because you see people on TV, reevaluate yourself, because it costs a lot of money to put this thing out here. It costs a lot of money to start a career. So be prepared for the losses before you ever get the gain. And if you're not in it because you love it and you're truly gifted, then you're wasting your money. You should be putting it somewhere else.
That's so true. And I tell people, even entrepreneurs, everyone is not meant to be an entrepreneur, because there is a cost. What it is people see the end result and they're like, oh, wow, I want to be that. That's why I tell people, find out what you want to do. Find out what your passion is. Find out even what your calling is. Like, people throw that around, but really find out what it is. Because when the days get hard, that's what drives you. And trust me, it's going to be a lot of hard days. It's going to be
way more than it is great. Trust me.
yes, it's going to be a lot of detractors, and everything like that. It's going to be a lot of people, when you are of color, and if you are a woman of color, where they're patting you on the head, oh baby, just go over there and sit there. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to go over there and sit in the corner, and everything like that. And sometimes you just have to go through, the hazing phase, because people do this. And in business and in music, I was there where they was like, oh, that's a dime a dozen person, because they see thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of aspiring actors, aspiring music people, aspiring entrepreneurs. Like I would sit in rooms with CEOs who were making a whole lot of money, like millions of dollars, and they would just sit there. Matter of fact, like, well, so and so just went out of business, and they only been in business for a year or 2 years. Oh, I knew they wasn't going to make it. So to sit here and have this gentleman was like, I'm in this for 18 years. I've been doing this for 18 years. I've been doing this as an entrepreneur for 10. Like, that's not a small thing. Like we had to go through the paces, and it's like, are you really up for it? Are you really up for the nose? Are you really up for people laughing in your face? Are you really up for people just pushing you to the side because it's like, they don't have it? Are you up for getting your professional game together, getting your taxes together? Because one of the biggest things that get entrepreneurs, that get people that are acting, that get people who are in entertainment is taxes. And trust me, they are going to come for you. Okay. And they are worse than bill collectors. They want their money. Okay. And they put you in prison for not having your money. Okay. So
that was one of my first, when 2000 and I would say 10. Yeah. That was the first slap in my face. I created a whole company, had the apparel and everything. I didn't know that in the company, in the thing that I did, you had to turn in your taxes each month.
Yes.
I didn't know that. See, this is financial literacy. I just had the little bread. Boy, after that year, they taxed me. They gave me an estimate of what they thought I made and taxed me $10,000. I was like, huh? Where at? Where? This is my first year in business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If you don't know it and have the mindset, another thing that comes out of your pocket is a financial advisor, an accountant, and everything like that. Like, people laugh at all of the initials that are at the bottom of my name, but that's because I went to learn that. I'm not an accountant necessarily because I wanted to be. I'm an accountant because first of all, I needed to count my own money, but I had relatives who had businesses that went to accountants and they straight screwed them over because they knew that they did not know what they were doing. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to business school. I am going to get my accounting information, and I am going to be able to do my books until I can hire somebody. And when I hire them, trust me, I'm going to be checking and double checking to make sure they're not getting private jets off my money and I just don't know. So these are the things that you need to know. There are people in place. Like I said, come and see this gentleman. He knows what he's doing. You need someone to help you build your business side. You have an executive coach right here that will tell you what you need to do to get your business. I also
want you to plug in my. I create websites as well. I'm a jack of all trades. And I want them to be able to go to my website. Is www.nbpromotions with 2 S's.com. And y'all can hit me right up on that one, and we can work out a package for you and get your buzz up and get everything going the way you need to go. That way you can go bypass the middleman, build your fan base up, and we can work, because you can work with, once a client is with me, they work hands-on with me. You know what I'm saying? Once a client of somebody who raps, sings, models, small businesses, it doesn't matter. As long as it's something that, you know what I'm saying, that you're trying to brand, it's needed. That is www.nbpromotions with 2 S's.com.